So if there's something that you want to be doing right now, go and do it. Go and cut out the middleman and go and take the reins. Get a partner. Ask somebody if they want to do it them with you. Set the date and just get it done. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And I am coming out of a sickness funk, you guys. It has been about 10 days where I just had to completely let go and surrender because there was nothing else that I could do, just trying to get the bare minimum done to get by. You guys know what I'm talking about when you're like, oh my gosh. It's crazy the feelings that you get of just wanting to be doing something or the guilt factor that you should be doing something. And it's not until you just fully surrender that you can really rest and get better. So just sending all my love to anybody and a reminder that if you are feeling that way, it is okay. You are not behind. You just need to get better. And let me just tell you that the contrast is a good thing. So when you start to feel good again, man, that contrast is like, woo, I am high on life. So today I want to talk about creating your own opportunities. And before I do that, I want to remind you that Chris and I made you guys a document called the Power 9. And this is how Chris and I start our day every single day on our walks. And it's something that we do that we really, really believe in for creating the life that we want, for going after our big dreams, for truly staying in that just magnetic manifesting mode. Do you know what I'm talking about? When you just feel like you're kind of levitating through your day. It doesn't mean you're always going to be feeling that way, and it's okay if you don't. But man, I'm telling you, we wake up in the morning and we do our Power 9 on our walk. You don't have to be on a walk to do it though. And I think this is going to change your life. I don't think this is going to change your life. Let's just be more accurate. This is going to change your life if you decide to do this, you guys. So the Power 9 document is going to tell you all about how to do it. It's quick. It's simple. It's so easy. You can do it with your kids. You can do it with your partner. You can do it alone. You guys go and check it out. All you have to do is text the word POWER to 310-496-8363. Just text the word POWER to 310-496-8363. And I want you to try it. Tag me. Let me know what you think, because this is what we've done for years and years and years, every single morning. And I swear to you, very rarely we are not on the wagon. And I'm telling you, I feel different. I don't feel as focused. I don't feel as excited. I kind of forget about what I'm going after. It keeps your goals in the forefront of your mind. And it really gets you into the energy of the things that you want to be creating. Speaking of things that you want to be creating, today I want to chat with you about creating opportunities for yourself. It's really easy to look around out on Instagram land, TikTok land, and feel like people are getting opportunities from different places. Like, oh my gosh, how did she get that speaking opportunity? How did they get that opportunity in that magazine? How did they get that book? How did they get that thing? And I want to remind you that I would say 99% of most opportunities are created by that person. It was probably something that they had done leading up to that and all of the hard work that you are not seeing. So this is not about just saying, hey, you're not working hard enough. That's not it at all. What I want you to do is to back up and say, what is an opportunity that I want?
Hey y'all, if you didn't know, Earn Your Happy is now a part of the Growth Day Podcast Network. This is so exciting to me because I have been looking for a really good home for the show for, I can't even tell you, years, literally. And now I've finally been able to come together and collaborate with other people who have incredible shows, and I want to share them with you. One of the shows is Motivation with Brendon Burchard. And you guys, if you don't know about the beginning of my career, I literally started with Brendon Burchard's work. It's how I launched one of my very first online courses and membership sites was because he gives so much advice that you can integrate and implement immediately. And that's what you're going to get on the show. Not just motivation, but you're going to learn exactly how to get your stuff out in the world. And not just that, but Brennan runs in the most incredible group of humans who are really doing the thing out in the world that you want to be doing. So go check it out. Go subscribe to Motivation with Brennan Bouchard. I promise you, this is going to be one of those shows that no matter when you tune in, you're going to get value. Like, it's not one of those that you're like, God, I listened for 30 minutes and I didn't get what I wanted. Like, from the beginning, you're going to get something that changes your life or changes your business. So go check it out. Motivation with Brennan Bouchard. I know you're going to love it. I'm obsessed.
What is an opportunity that I would love? Right? Like, what really excites you? What actually sounds fun? What actually taps into your zone of genius? And then from there, I want you to say, how could I create that on a small level? How could I start doing that on a micro scale? Because sometimes we think about these big, grand things. And I know that we've shared this in our living room sessions. If you guys haven't listened to those are live podcasts that my friend Lindsey Schwartz and I are doing. She runs Powerhouse Women. She has the big Powerhouse Women event, which, by the way, tickets are on sale. I don't miss it every single year. You guys must go. I'm telling you, if you want to drop into the most fun, celebratory event where you're going to learn about business, you're going to connect, you're going to expand, and you're just going to have a blast, go to that event. But speaking of the living room sessions, her and I were like, hey, wouldn't it be so much fun if we could just do like what we're supposed to do anyway, recording podcasts, but not have to do them alone? What if we could do them together? And what if we could also do them in front of a live audience? Because I've been really missing live events. For those of you who are newer to me, I used to run something called the Bliss Project for about 8 years, where it was 500 women from all over the world who would come for the weekend. And we would do a lot of transformational work and have a lot of speakers, and we would have massive breakthroughs for 3 days. It was a personal development event all based on connecting and really sharing where we're at and letting go of our old stories. And I miss that event so much. And so we were like, how do we get in person? How do we do the things that we're already doing? What could we create right now instead of thinking it has to be this big grand thing? Because her and I had been talking about this for a year. And the reason we didn't do it is we thought we were going to have to go find a venue that could hold 300 people. And then ticket sales are a thing where you really have to market. You really have to make your plan. You're going to be putting a lot of time and energy into that. And since I am in a major pivot right now and moving forward with my new company and really pivoting on things, I don't have all of the bandwidth that I would want to have for a large event. So we weren't doing it. And we said, well, what if it didn't have to be so much energy? What if it could just be small? What if it could be something that felt really easy? What would easy look like? Maybe 35, 40 people. Maybe it's a space that's really, really easy that we don't have to set up or stay at. Maybe it's someone that we could already collaborate with because maybe they already have the space. So we started looking at that. Where is it in your life that you want to start doing this? And her and I found the space. Her and I found an amazing space called the Good Vibes Media Studio, where they record podcasts. You can have a small group of people in there. They have amazing furniture in there, so it's so cute. And we just reached out and said, what would a win-win look like for you guys? What if we could, expose you to a new audience and we could do these sessions at your studio? Would that be something that you'd be interested in? And so, boom, there you have it. We all felt like we were winning in this scenario, and it was easy, and we kept it small. And now we're doing the opportunity that we wish would have come knocking on our door, right? Wouldn't it have been great if they'd been like, hey, we would love to have you host these things. This is what you can do. But that's not going to come to you. You have to go and create the thing that you wish existed. So I want you to start thinking of it on a micro scale because everything I've ever done has started small. Everything that has been good in my life has not been this big grand thing. Even before the Bliss Project event that I was just telling you about, and yes, it was this big thing and it was amazing, but that was because I had done years and years and years of small events full of 5 people, 8 people, 12 people, then 30 people, then 50 people. And it wasn't until I said, you know what, let's take that big leap. And what would it look like to really put all of our marketing and energy behind it and go to this big thing? But if I didn't have the 5 years prior of those small events, I would have not taken that big leap because I just needed to get my feet wet. I really needed to know what that looked like. I needed to have that experience. And I'm not saying you can't do it that way, but what I am saying is don't wait for these big opportunities to land in your lap because even the big ones don't land in your lap. You have to go create those as well. So if there's something that you want to be doing right now, go and do it. Go and cut out the middleman and go and take the reins. Get a partner. Ask somebody if they want to do it them with you. Set the date and just get it done. I think the cool thing about when Lindsey and I decided to do it is we said, you know what, let's stop waiting. Let's just do it in 3 weeks. That's what we said. We're like, let's just do it in 3 weeks. Like, why not? Why are we waiting? And sure enough, that's what we did because we said, what are we waiting for? Why do we need all of this time? So there's nothing like a date to get your butt moving and telling the world that you're going to do it. And the other thing is we minimize the risk. So who cares if people didn't show up to our first one? It didn't matter. The only thing that we had in the way was our ego. And if we already said, hey, it doesn't matter, we don't mind, this was something that we wanted to do for us, this would be amazing if it turned out awesome. But if it doesn't, that's okay too. So sometimes in the beginning, if you're feeling like, oh my God, I can't go big, maybe you need to minimize your risk and start a little smaller so that you can just start getting your feet wet and get that experience. So where in your life are you going to go create this? I want to know, tag me, share this, go tag a partner, send this to a partner. That if you're like, hey, I've got a big idea, we should go sit and brainstorm, let's go to coffee. Let's do it, guys. Let's actually live our lives. And that is about taking risks, expanding, and having experiences. I know you can do it. And until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it. Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.